Comparison is the thief of joy. Let's talk about that and a couple other things today. Hello everyone, Semiretiredbob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't seem super exciting, but just under 3 years ago, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for a couple of minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day in all kinds of weather. Speaking of all kinds of weather, it's actually very nice out today. It's bright, it's sunny, it's about 24 degrees, and the next couple of days it's actually supposed to get up into the 40s before winter returns with single-digit temperatures for Saturday. Today it's actually Wednesday, but you guys are going to see this on Thursday. So, as y'all know, my videos are one day behind, but it is a beautiful day out here. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. As I pick up the pace to go up this long hill I start off my walk with, I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop down in the comments and say hi, Bob. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I'm 61 years old, and I'm doing things I couldn't do when I was 40. Like out here walking in any kind of weather. As always, if you're adding a new exercise, be sure and do it slowly, because you don't want to accidentally hurt yourself. If you recall back to last week, on Tuesday I went back to dance after being off for a month, and I overdid it a little bit. And my knees were hurting in Wednesday's and Thursday's video. I just had dance last night, and it's not bad at all. I can tell I danced last night, but it hurts far less than it did before. So now, with just a couple of driveways to the stop sign, I'm gonna do a quick little sprint here. Oh, okay. I know, watching me sprint is a lot like a duck waddling through the beach. Oh. I'll pick up talking again as I turn the corner and get my face out of that wind. Oh. Oh. Now, a lot of people would cut that section out, and they'd stop and they'd lean against a fence and wait for their breathing to get better. But I think it's important for me to keep going and not edit this section of the video so that you can see, while I'm a little out of breath from that little short run, I recover fairly quick. And considering how badly I was out of shape when I started the carnivore diet, it'll be 3 years in May. You know, I've always said 325 was where I started, but because I didn't expect to lose weight, I didn't expect this to work, I didn't jump on the scale before I started. But judging by how quickly my clothes were starting to get loose, if I had to guess, I'd say I was a lot closer to 340, 345, maybe even 350. I know back, my heaviest weigh-in at the doctor's office was 362 once upon a time. And that was just before my heart surgery. Go figure. But anyway, comparison is a thief of joy. You know, if I compare that short little sprint that I wouldn't even really call a sprint to what Dr. Baker does every day, I feel pretty bad about myself. Because, you know, watching that man run and jump and do exercises is a marvel. And he's not that much younger than I am. He is younger, but not that much. So we've got to be careful not to compare ourselves to others. The only people we should be comparing ourselves to or competing with is ourself. You know, because that short little run I did back there, compared to somebody like Dr. Baker, was nothing. But compared to where I was, even just 6 months ago, that's a huge difference. And you need to keep that in mind as you move forward with your own personal journey. You know, don't say, oh, well, Bob, he's out there walking in any kind of weather. When he does his short walks, it's 1.5 miles, and sometimes he goes farther. Well, don't compare yourself to me. I'm just here, hopefully, to be a little bit of encouragement, to show you that if I can do this today, after where I was almost 3 years ago, maybe you'll realize that you really can do something. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't compare yourself to me. I shouldn't compare myself to Dr. Baker or Dr. Chafee. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, who you were a month ago, who you were a year ago. And in my case, who was I 2.5? I'm still closer to 2.5 than 3 years, because it's January, so May the 9th is still 4 months away. So it's closer to 2.5. But we are a little bit past the halfway point of World Carnivore Month. Today is the 16th. Go ahead and drop down in the comments and let me know if you have felt any difference in just these 16 days. Should you expect to feel different? Maybe, maybe not. Some people take longer than others, but stick with it. You're one day past the halfway point for World Carnivore Month. And then those of you that are keto can get back to your keto stuff. That's perfectly okay. But yeah, this is really nice. I mean, there is a light breeze blowing that you can really feel when you turn into the wind. But for the most part, this is really nice out here today. Oh. Yeah, don't compare yourself to other people. I mean, comparing yourself to where you were yesterday even is what getting 1% better is all about. Are you actually going to get 1% better every day? Well, probably not, because if that was the case, I should be walking 65 or 70 miles a day every day now. And I'm not some Olympic athlete that can cover that much ground in a day. I'm still just an old retired truck driver. But yeah, it's been a real journey. I talked about vitamin P just a few days ago. And this is just a quick reminder to have vitamin P. Patience. You can't expect, in my case, 58 years of wrong nutrition, even though for most of that time I didn't know it was that wrong. You can't expect all of your problems accumulated over 58 years to go away in even, in my case, 2.5 years. It just doesn't happen. But keeping that slow, steady pace and realizing that it will eventually get you to where you want to go. I mean, with me, I've been bemoaning my loose skin under my chin and my still puffy cheeks for quite some time. But I can see, if I go back a couple of months, I can see a little bit of difference. Not a lot of difference, just a little. So I know it's still working. And we want to make sure that we don't get sidetracked or discouraged. Understand that it's going to take time, but it will get better. Compare yourself to yourself is all I'm saying, folks. Because if you start comparing yourself to others who are farther along in their journey, or in the case of Dr. Baker, he's been working out since he was just a wee lad. You can't expect to, even if you're lifting heavy weights, you can't expect to start looking like Dr. Baker in even a couple, 3 years. He's been at it for decades. And comparing yourself to others is just going to discourage you. You think, well, gosh, why am I even bothering? That's why I've said many times in this video, and I'll say it one more time before I flip the camera around, is compare yourself to yourself. That's the only comparison that matters. But let's go ahead and play some music, and I'll see you when we get back up to the house. about the music? Well, we're coming back down the hill towards the house here. It's been a good day. Just remember not to compare yourself with others. The person you're competing against is you. And only you can say, yes, I did everything I could today to feel better tomorrow. But as we're coming down the hill to the house, I apologize for the dog noise, because he barks every single time he's out there. He just sits there on the corner of his yard and barks. But anyway, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the live stream. We're going to talk about the Great Wall of Doom, food aversion, and how to maybe get past it. And of course, taking all your questions and just hanging out and talking for an hour. It's my favorite hour of the week, where I get to just hang out and talk with you guys. And as usual, that'll be at 3:30 Central Time tomorrow. Hopefully some of what I said today made sense. I'm not out here walking to brag, hey, look what I can do. I'm out here hoping to inspire one person, to convince them that yes, they really can do it by getting better just a little bit each day. But that's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.